Hey YouTube! I decided Thursday night's always a bit of a quiet night, so I'm just going to run through my favourite guitars, one a week. Could be a top 10, I don't know whether that's going to include basses or not. I'm starting off with this. I don't know if anyone was watching me and Scott's videos, the RG. Scott is noticeably frustrated with this guitar because he knew it was better than what I had it set up to. Because when I got it, it kind of worked, and I got it years ago, so I never really did anything to it. So now it's been set up to play like basically an IBANEZ RG. This is my ROADSTAR 2 series. This is a ROADSTAR DELUXE from 1986. Point of note, if you're after one of these, in 1986 they had a real Floyd Rose on it. So original IBANEZ IBZ pickups, volume. This is a bridge volume, which I kind of don't want to swap it over. One of the things I did when I got it back set up, first thing I did was replace the output jack, because if you ever see me doing this a video before, I'm always upset with the fact that the output jack was rubbish on it, and it's one of those stupid barrel ones that I hate. So this is the last of the Roadsters before it became the Steve Vai Gem shaped one. 24 frets, black pearl finish. You can't actually see it. You can see the grain through the middle. I mean, what a paint job, really. I just think it looks alone. It's a killer. Pearl finish as well. So it's not white. It's a sort of pearly essenty stuff. Yeah. So and now the Floyd Rose works really well. Apparently, I always assumed that this particular model was meant to sit flat on the surface of the guitar, which it's not. You can actually have it, so it's you do have it up end. So I've no idea what's going to be in this top 10 or top however many it's going to be. Just the ones that like. I was kind of going to steal the idea off Roxy's channel. I think Blacktooth Fox stole it as well. The idea of just like, if you only had one guitar, what would it be? If you had to just pick one. They both chose like super strats with an or like a Stratocaster with a humbucker on the bridge. So I'm not going to choose a Stratocaster with a humbucker on the bridge. I don't know if any of my favourite guitars actually are that layout. So this one is two humbuckers, but they're both coil splittable. So this is single coil bridge. Play to my usual Laney VC15, that cabinet. Bridge neck. Got a really nice neck on it. It's kind of bizarre. Like, I set up guitars all the time, but it's not very often I have one actually set up for me. So I mean, this is set up for pure turbo neoclassical speed metal, which I can't really play. It's really actually super low. It's a little bit spanky, but I'm going to put that down to the fact that it's always cold in here. So Scott's house is probably warmer than mine, so the coldness has probably moved it a little bit. But I've not actually tuned it since I got it back, and it came in a gig bag, and it's like, it just holds tune ridiculously. And apparently this bridge, because it was set flat to the body, it's never been used. So that, like, the blades on it are pretty much solid. I'm not really sure about the exact origin of this. It's from the Big Deal. It's got a sticker on the back saying Big Deal, which I'm glad Scott didn't take off. Warranty invalid if removed. So I think it was bought from like a sort of, not a charity shop, like a pawn shop or something like that, by a girl called Lena, who is the bass player in a band called My Dying Bride, which I did listen to, but it's doom. I don't really understand it. So I was got this and got it off eBay probably 4 or 5 years ago. Basically, it was just a colour, and actually the original picture, it had Lena against her wallpaper, which was like white wallpaper with black flowers on it, and it was just like, it was a fantastic photo, totally sold it to me. Interestingly, it was actually on eBay for a couple of months. I saw it was slightly too expensive, then I got 50 quid knocked off it, and it was like there for the second month, and then I think it might get 50 quid knocked off it the next month, and then I did a deal with eBay, so I paid I didn't pay nothing for it, but I didn't pay anything like what they would go for now. Then people know what they are, sort of thing. I think it's a great loss that these guitars don't exist anymore. They don't, they stopped making them when they brought out the modern shape RG, the sort of pointy one. This one is somewhere you can sort of see, if you watch a Roadster to RG video, you can sort of see where it came from. It started off as like the Blazer with these sort of hooky bits on it, and then it just got more and more refined. Lots of copies of these. I've had a few of them. I've had a Marlin one. I've had a Honor one. None of them are as good as this. I've had a Hondo one actually, but it was actually really good at the curved top. Both pickups in single coil, so that would give me my, the idea of having like an HSS Strat. That's got the sound. That's me putting a wee bit of reverb on. I'm going to try it. I'll give another blast at choosing reverb. When Scott was on the other night, he was saying, he's like, you don't have a reverb pedal? And I've got reverb on the app now, and he's like, no, down a bit. So I've got it kind of set where somebody who likes using reverb, I've got a tendency to go, I don't like it. Turn the volume up to half and go, nah. So just a wee bit in there. So bridge pickup. Single. Bucker. Neck pickup, single. Bucker. So I'm basically just doing this video, just trying an excuse to play it. As well. like it without reverb. One of the things about a 24 fret neck is the neck pickup isn't in the correct position, the correct position being where it is on the SG. So that made of, oh no, not where it is in the SG. It's in the same position as where it is in an SG, but unlike a Les Paul, which I don't have one line about, the neck pickup's right up against the 22nd fret. So if you've got 24 frets, you have to move it back a little bit to where it is on an SG, because if you look at, it was actually Tony Iommi got asked Gibson to make him a 24 fret one, and they said it couldn't be done, so he got JD or John Birch to build him one, because there's enough room. Actually, if you look at the Tribute series, my pal Jerry's got a gold one. They do have 24 frets. It's basically just just a case of putting on a longer fingerboard. Maybe there's something to do with the construction of the neck or something like that makes it a bit harder, but I mean, it can be done. So I'm really trying to do some different stuff here. Put the reverb back on. So things I've not mentioned yet is these stupid push-pull pots, which I've decided to just live with and try and learn how to use them and learn how to use a Floyd Rose. One of my problems with like any sort of tremolo is I play so many guitars that a tremolo bar is always in a different place. So I've never really learned to use it properly, or at all, really. So hopefully if I can just stick to maybe playing this guitar a bit more. It has been criminally underplayed. I think if you look back every year or something, I do a video on it and go, I don't play this guitar enough. Part of that was to do with the dodgy input jack. One of these things. In fact, that's actually it there. These ones, which are just crap. You can't go inside and bend the lever so it works again, or scrape it with a file, which is normally my way of getting output jacks to work. Or you just stick another one in. I'm really enjoying this. So if you're thinking of selling one of these, doesn't have to be this colour. Scott wants one. He basically borrowed it off me because he wanted to make sure that he definitely wanted one. He had one in, he probably talked about it in the video. He bought new for like 750 quid or something he paid for it in 1986. But his was pink with just a single humbucker. But it was this. Everything else was the same pretty much. And as I said, it's the one that's got the Floyd Rose on it rather than the one with the Pro Rocker, which I've not actually got a guitar with a Pro Rocker. I just keep hearing horror stories about it. Apparently they wear out, and it's not a case of just plopping a new Floyd Rose in. It's a different shape routing and stuff, and you know, the posts are in the wrong place. So every time I look at them, I keep seeing really nice looking Ibanez guitars from like 85 and earlier, and it's like it's got that Pro Rocker thing, and it's like they're just not sure. I think they're quite easy to block off though, so you've just got a hardtail, but you've got a tremolo, you want it to be working, don't you? Let's just continue on. Yeah, more distortion. Go for my favourite first pedal, my DELUXE. This plays faster than I can. Sorry, I just cannot live with the fact that that screw on the back of one of the tuners isn't quite in, and I can totally see it. Oh, I can see it's actually starting to crack the lacquer a little bit. That's probably why it's been released. Just a little bit. That was annoying me. Didn't mention this is an RG530. You've even got the sticker on it, but still got the sticker on the back of the headstock saying. So first of the RGs, Roadster guitars. So it is an RG, same as your RG550, which came out a year after. And I will be taking this into the studio next time I'm in the Cranking House, because I'm going to be spending all afternoon playing this. I'm not, I've got stuff to do, but I wish I could. This is a beauty. Again, if it was one of the last ones to go, I suppose that this top 10 is the kind of last ones, you know, if I'm going into another planet, which guitar are you going to take? This one is definitely one of the contenders. Kind of does everything, and also the Floyd is really good on this guitar, and it's got the look, and it's got basically everything I want in the guitar. So I'm tempted to say that I'll probably change my mind next week when I go into the next guitar that's in my top 10 or whatever it is, end up doing of my favourite ones. Also, it's got a certain element of I'm never going to be able to replace it. Actually, when I put this up in a Facebook site, and I got a personal message immediately after it from a guy in, is it Sweden or something like that, who makes guitars, and he claims to have the biggest Roadster collection. I've never seen your one before, and he offered me the same guitar in red, whatever money I wanted for it, and a brand new guitar that he'd built in whatever one, it was like, I don't know, Iron Eagle, something like that. It was like a sort of telly, he had like tellies and stuff that looked really pretty good. So it was like the same guitar but not in this colour, and money, and he was going to pay for all the shipping and stuff, and it was like, I'm sorry, I can't get rid of it. It's even got a name. I've called it Lena after the girl that bought it off. I don't have very many guitars with names. This is kind of the only one. Technically my Washburn Falcon, which will probably be in my top 10, is called Nico because it totally stank of nicotine and I smoke, but you could smell this guitar from miles away. I don't know where it was before I got it. But I just call it the Falcon, whereas this is IBANEZ the names don't tend to roll off the tongue. I was like, oh, it's my ROADSTAR 2 Deluxe RG530. Oh, which one's that? I just go, the one with the amazing, the black pearl sunburst. It's also available with a sort of a ready, cherry ready type bit in the middle with the white. Not as nice though. It's the same guitar, but the black one just has something unusual about it. Kind of like the Fender Antigua finish, which I actually quite like. It's not really the same when you actually compare the two, but I don't know, something about the white around the outside just, and it can't be easy to do. I was looking at it, so because you can see the grain through this bit, it's also, Scott hasn't half cleaned it, it's damn shiny. I can actually, it's annoying me already how many fingerprints I've put on it today. But because the white must have been sprayed on after. So it must have been black and then sprayed over with white. And how? I don't know how. You must be very skilled to do that. I don't know if the headstock's the same. It could be. I'm kind of tempted to actually have a go at, there's a couple of wee chips there on the head which you can see from miles away. Tempted to get like a wee bit of Tipex or something just so you can't see them quite as clearly. So, pick of the bunch. This one next, I don't know, I'm trying to think of what else is going to be in this list. I think that Yamaha, it kind of sits in the criminally underplayed but absolutely fantastic only guitar you'd ever need category as well. It doesn't have humbuckers in it, but it does have coiled tappable single coils, and when they're not tapped, they're like P90s basically. They're like tapped P90s almost, somewhere in the middle between a P90. So that would kind of do me. So maybe I'll limit myself to. I figured I really need 2 guitars and 2 basses. I suppose an acoustic, playing acoustic. You know, if it came down to, you just got a guitar and a spare guitar. I think need. I need 2 basses. So I don't know will I include basses into my favourite basses, my favourite guitars. No idea yet. Rock on, happy Thursday.